our star matchup for the week. It's the World Champions versus the Super Rookies, former scrim partners. It is a partnership revisited. Let's see what's going to happen as we dive into the game. And yeah, as expected, it's going to be Flap on the Paquito and then Few with the Eve. So yeah, a lot of control versus a lot of potential to just steamroll away with this. Do you think nothing's going to happen like for the first few minutes until the first turtle spawns?
Well, it depends on work because, well, as far as I've observed how work plays every single game, they need to wait for at least Chu to get his Raptor Machete, and then they will go full ham. And also when it comes to their power spikes, once Karita got its level 4, they can start rotating. But one thing that I mentioned here, or what I'm seeing here, is they lack crowd control. Well, you need to always keep an eye on your Ocean Oddity from RTZ to make sure that they're able to stun or control him. But when it comes to early aggression, yeah, they do have the Baksha to at least rotate and help when it comes to bursting people out with the spirit of shield. But well, Chu really needs to get his level 4 as soon as possible, especially when it comes to positioning.
And now Bren Esports have a good look, or work Auster Force rather, into potentially going for Flap up top, but then Flap senses danger a bit, knowing the rotation pathing. Lusty was able to provide the information earlier, seeing Chu with that purple buff, so Flap is able to get back just in time, but nope, he's gonna get bumped by Unravel. Unravel though and Chu don't need to force the issue. They're gonna go for a little bit of a jungle invader, just positioning aggressively. Flap has to watch out here as the members of Work Auster Force go in. There goes a shadow kill coming in from Chu, already level 4, but Lusty from out of nowhere with the Tyrant's Revenge gets the 2-man knockup, and Chu's momentum is dashed that early.
Perfect positioning from Lusty there. He knew that both Chu and also the rest of Unravel and also the rest of Work will not leave because they knew that he's already level 4. And he timed it right, charging the Tyrant's Revenge perfectly just at the very end of the OE Shadow kill and getting a secure kill here. So Work, or rather Bren, they knew what kind of playstyle Work is doing, and with that, they will secure their first kill. But as I was saying, Work needs to keep an eye on this, well, on their positioning, because they're up against the Kufra that do have a very good initiation. So Chu needs to get his farm as soon as possible, and that will control the early aggression of Work.
Yeah, and now Work Auster Force might need to tone down a little bit on that early game aggression. Well, they're going to be forced to, seeing as how Chu already has 1 death on his side, and then Carl Teasy also has the first turtle of the game. I agree with what Rob Luna said earlier. We're going to have to watch out for the side lanes here. Again, that's an 80% win rate Cho and Alice for the side of Work Auster Force. But because of the early lead, or the very little early lead that Bren Esports were able to build for themselves, a lot of the rotations, a lot of the focus, or the heat map is going to be on the riverside, where Carl TZ and Lusty rotate. That's going to be a pick off there by 3 more. TZ with the Way of the Dragon onto Flap TZ's Paquito. Now that gets them back. 1 for 1 on the kill board.
This is the strength of Work here. As you can see, Way of the Dragon plus the Rough Waves combination, perfectly commanded play here for Work, and this is what they need. This is their strength. They need, well, the Work Auster Force looks like a just a one-man brain here with a 5-man composition. Their synchronization, their team communication is on point, and Bren is also like that, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're almost getting paired up when it comes to scrimmages. One of the most contested scrimmage partners here for the current season. But look at this, Bren Esports utilizing their Mountain Shocker just to remove the Thalassophobia of RTZ before they will go down. Ocean Oddity.
And Unravel goes in, but then Lusty goes back in himself. That's going to be a Tyrant's Rage onto Unravel onto the wall. He's going to get stunned, but looks like he's got way too much health to go down. However, that is going to be RTZ's kind of falling. Flap TZ going for the chase, goes for the flicker. He gets bumped back just for a moment, but he goes in for the knockout punch, taking out Baksha, and that's going to be Bren Esports invading Work Auster Force's purple buff.
One of the best ways to control the early aggression of Work is to group up together and catch everyone out. Now that they don't have Unravel and also the rest of the crew, they will have a free turtle, and this is the second, well, again, uncontested objective here for Bren Esports, and Work needs to stop this bleeding as soon as possible. However, Trimortizi already have his Heptasis, so he should start rotating around the map. He does have the high and dry.
Yeah.
Look for Trimortizi, but this is quite an awkward matchup here. Again, with the Mountain Shocker checking the position of Work Auster Force, but they're already grouping up here on the middle lane.
That was seen by the Mountain Shocker, though. There goes Unravel. He bumps up Few, and Few gets bursted down with the rough waves, and that's going to be the Tyrant's Rage Flicker combination coming in from Lusty. Not going to be able to secure to that much kills, but they're going to get them one back. Support for support. It's Unravel for Few.
Combo versus combo, that's the name of Game 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, if you do have the weight of Dragon plus the rough waves, we also have another one, the real world manipulation plus the Tyrant's Rage. We've seen the strength of this composition. More of an AoE, not much of a pick-off, but you also need to keep an eye on RTZ here. With just one rough waves, the combination Few cannot survive just like so.
And Kosei, right under tower, gets punished for the kill onto Few, but up here, there's going to be the rough waves used now by RTZ. He gets poked, and he's going to be forced to go back just a little bit. Work Auster Force couldn't make a play out of that, and even 1-for-1 trade in the bottom lane. And Lusty has been a monster so far this game. Crucial pickoffs, crucial timings with the ultimate, and the rotations. Lusty and Unravel, an important part of this matchup that we weren't given a lot of focus on, although Womi mentioned it earlier. The box and the Full matchup going to be really important. But what's important here for Bren Esports is that they were able to break down the tower of Kosei first, who was relatively left unchecked for most of the game, and something that they needed to do was to stop his momentum just a bit.
I completely agree. Now that the turtle will respawn within the next 3 seconds, removing that tier 1 turret will remove its protection.
That's going to be a pick-off. Few eats up a full-on shadow kill. Oigi was Oishi, and that's going to be a kill over Flapteezy onto Hayabusa. Goes down. So these two teams know each other so well, they just keep trading with how they're rotating. Our panel set it up earlier perfectly. Former scrim partners, they're very familiar with one another's rotations, their styles, and we're seeing it in full force here. Yeah,
as we can see here, now that Work doesn't have Chew, they will go for the turtle. Another objective on the hands of Bren Esports, and they need to continue with that. However, rest of Work already going into the middle lane, but they're looking for another objective. Chew needs to farm up, and at the same time, Kosei here just spending his time well in the bottom lane, but he knew. His intuition saying that, okay, most of Bren Esports are missing. Most probably they will go here, and he timed it right. Perfect execution there from Kosei, playing it safe. Side lanes are open for both of these teams. A pick off in the jungle, gone wrong. Could be a problem for whoever is in the wrong side of it. As 3 Martisi and Flapteezy just showing the showing. Let's go for showing.
Yeah, pun intended. Yeah, they're going for the showing us the matchup between a Paquito and a Cho. How it's all just about the skill. It's about the timings already because they're both evenly matched.
Yeah, exactly. And look at this, Flapteezy with 2 stacks, additional stacks for his Festive Martisi, but with the lifesteal, I can take all of it.
Lusty misses the Tyrant's Revenge, not going to be able to get anyone knocked up in the middle lane. So Bren Esports, what could have been a really bad situation for Work Auster Force, doesn't amount into anything. But Bren Esports, with how they're playing and rotating around this game so far, Work Auster Force with a very comfortable lineup for them. We know with the early game aggression, Bren Esports just keeps to counter punch time and time again, and it's stopping Work Auster Force from getting any momentum. But that's going to be Rebo throwing in the meteor shower after an edgy from Lusty. But that's going to be 3 Martisi spotting out Rebo, not enough to take him down, able to flicker back. Rebo just clearing up the waves. Lusty and Rebo are not going to be chasing that, but in the middle lane, Bren opens up the mid lane of Work.
Yep, that is really crucial for Work Auster Force here, since we all knew that Bren Esports loves to go for team fights, and without that tier 1 turret in the middle, they don't have that additional protection or damage reduction within that area. But look at this, 4 members of Bren Esports already converging into the bottom lane now that the Lord will go to the top, and I think they do have the advantage here. However, Kosei and also Chu at the top lane.
Ooh, gets that stun. Gets going to be shadow kill committed. Is it going to be enough to take out Flapteezy? Flapteezy with the knockout punch gets a bit of lifesteal, and he survives, showing us the strength of the Paquito and the damage output of the knockout punch combined with that Festival of Blood. And I'm pretty sure he has a Bloodlust axe at this point. Great lifesteal, just keeping him alive there.
Yeah, lifesteal plus the knockup from the knockout strike from Paquito really gave them, or at least prevented Chu from getting that single attack, because if he didn't use his skill, his ultimate, his knockout strike, that for sure that will be a complete successful kill here for Bren. For Work rather. However, Work Auster Force also checking. They need to get some information what Bren is currently doing right now. The Lord is getting unchecked, almost half HP, but who will take it? That's the question. Meteor Shower has been used by Rebo already, and it's way too late. Work Auster Force, getting late every single time from their on the current objective all throughout the map.
Yeah.
Reptar, I think they need to do something about the aggression here. Almost 60% of the map is now being controlled by Bren.
Yeah, and that's going to be maybe another 5 or 10% more. I'm not that sure with the math. I've never been good at math, but that was a beautiful kill there by Bren Esports on the 3 Martizis. Still getting the tower as well, with the Lord pushing down the bottom lane. Now, again, Work Auster Force, the comfort lineup. The draft looked really great, but in terms of just rotation, we're seeing the Bren of old, the sharpness of Bren Esports that we've only been getting glimpses of, but not have been able to consistently see. But that's going to be an entry. No, it isn't. That's going to be Kosei already popping up the ultimate. But look at RTZ taking so much damage from that Meteor Shower. He's going to be forced to use the rough waves just to get away from that. Lord in the bottom lane, smacking that tower. Bren Esports will be able to get this tower. Yes, they do. And now that's going to be the first inhibitor broken by Bren. Work Auster Force and Bren, they're still continuing though. Flap TZ spots out 3 Martizi. Work are just stuck in base right now, TDZ. An entry by Lusty. He's not going to be able to get anyone. That's already going to be the shadow kill used, and the shadow clone out by Chu.
Well played by Bren Esports. We've seen how they removed or how they've spended. Forced Work Auster Force to use all of their ultimates. Again, the Mountain Shocker just to remove the Thalassophobia, and also with the Meteor Shower from Rebo, forced RTZ to use his rough waves. And with that, and also the shadow kill of Chu there has been used to clear out the minion waves there. So it was perfect execution of Bren Esports. Now they have the control, top lane, real world manipulation.
Along with the Meteor Shower, zones out the members of Work and this few, and Rebo double mate. Shannon is working out really well. There's going to be a knock-up onto no one, but actually Flap TZ just got knocked up. Lusty not going to be able to connect with the Tyrant's Revenge. He's going to get kicked back, and that's going to be the tank of Bren Esports taken out. Bit of a miscalculation there, or just a very timely step back from Work Auster Force. A bit of a breather for them.
Yeah.
Bren Esports has that 8k gold lead.
Wow. Almost all the turrets of Work Auster Force is now being controlled, but look at this Meteor Shower, able to pick off Kosei, and that is a big deal for Work Auster Force. They need to get that control. But with that, Bren Esports, we've seen the combo again, ladies and gentlemen. Real world manipulation, making sure that the turret is inside the chessboard, and with the Mountain Shocker plus the Meteor Shower, they're almost preventing Work from getting that defense.
Yeah, and Unravel will not be getting help from Work Auster Force, as Chu and RTZ just trying to get that purple buff. Look at that knock up of the damage! The rough waves coming in from RTZ, coming in big, takes out Rebo. But that is it. Purple buff wasn't even secured by Work Auster Force. It was taken away by Bren Esports. So Work Auster Force, they're getting small wins. But at this point of the game, with Bren Esports and the momentum that they've had, they are still in control. That 8k gold lead earlier is just down to 7. So maybe if Work can keep doing this, we're going to find ourselves a more even ball game.
They need to get that pick off, or at least get a truncheon for this, for RTZ, like, to at least get or reduce the reduction or reduce the cooldown of his rough waves. So again, maybe if they can prolong the game or defend for the next 4 to 5 minutes, this will be an even matchup for Work. But Bren Esports knew that, and they will already grouping up together here onto the next Lord. 25 more seconds, but Work needs to get that additional items, because I really think they need to go for it. They lack damage for now. I think they're heavily relying on the rough waves of RTZ here, and also giving some space for Chu to get another item. I think the last item that I saw for Chu was the Endless Battle. He needs to get his at least one more item, maybe a Heptasis on top of that, or maybe a Hunter's Strike. That is really beneficial for them for the next fight.
Key item pickup right now, just for Carl TZ, the Queen's Wings on that 104E Sun Shin. Gonna be a little bit harder now for Work Auster Force to take down this YSS, but we saw earlier how much burst RTZ can deal. Now with Bren Esports taking this Lord, Work will not be able to contest it at all. That's just how much control Bren Esports has in this map right now. Endless Battle just picked up there by 3 Martizi, so empowered basic attack, a little bit more heal. Work Auster Force are getting a bit of the ball rolling, but it's like they're trying to roll a snowball in the desert. Like, that's what's happening right now.
That's how difficult it is?
Yeah, that's how difficult it is.
Oh my goodness.
It's like, where's the snow coming from?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, to get that, it's really almost impossible for Work to turn things around. But maybe with when it comes to their itemization, I saw Dominance Eyes there for Unravel. So it means that there's a lot of potential for them to catch up. But now that the Lord is already marching into the top lane, Bren Esports are also looking for pickoffs. Just like so, Meteor Shower has been expended, and Chu was getting boxed out, and he knew that Lusty is coming from the back lines.
Yeah, Rebo's not allowing him to go home because that's going to be a good amount of damage coming from the Hayabusa to help defend, where the Lord is already pushing the top lane.
The turn damage!
Get away!
Whoa.
And Rebo with the veteran maneuvers, able to take out Chu with the help of that turn there, and now back into the base of work. Auster Force as Bren Esports are looking to end it. Lusty with a Tyrant's Revenge into the rage, and that is Bren Esports in full control of the situation. TP on World Champs, but Kosei goes in. He gets the blood off. He has the Winter Truncheon, but not enough damage yet coming in from work because Chu was taken out. Arteezy and Unravel needed to clear the minion waves. Lusty gets the knock-up yet again, and Bren Esports will just focus down the base. One little siege turret left, siege minion left, but now here comes the cavalry for Bren Esports. Arteezy, Unravel trying to hold on. They get taken out, although Arteezy took himself out with the rough waves, but that is the base broken by Bren Esports.
Complete control from Bren Esports from start to finish. We've seen how connected, how synchronized